the most snazziest dresser in the room today. Mr. Westmore, what's up with you, brother? Good to see you, man. Man, pleasure's mine, brother. All right?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sway. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for your continued commitment to the veterans. Appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you all for being here today. And it's an honor to be here and to speak to you all today, particularly on Veterans Day, because that title, veteran, I know is not one that comes easily. I spent much of 2005 and 2006 serving in the border region of Afghanistan with the 82nd Airborne Division, with the bravest men and women that I've ever met in my life. And to them, there was never any challenge that was too difficult, never any day that was too long, or never any teammate that was too inconsequential. These young men came from Maine and Michigan and New York and New Mexico. Now, some joined for the chance to attend college because the Army would give them money, for the military would give them money. Some joined because they wanted to give something back to the country that welcomed their families generations ago, and in some of their cases, just years ago. Some left great colleges like GW. Some left great colleges like GW because they wanted to embrace the chance to serve and embrace a sense of adventure. And some decided to join the military because the horrors of watching planes being used as bombs, towers falling, and a rural field in Pennsylvania becoming a graveyard of heroes. All, however, served with one goal in mind, and that goal was to protect our nation and protect our fellow servicemen and women. And the entire time that we were over there, we carried an immeasurable love and concern from our fellow countrymates, many of you in this room, who never forgot about us in your thoughts and prayers. You sent us letters that made us smile. You shared your personal stories to remind us why we were fighting. And you sent care packages with every cookie, cake, brownie imaginable. But in essence, what you did and your service to us served as a continual reminder about why we love our country so much and why we're willing to sacrifice it all for her. So on this Veterans Day, we thank you not only for remembering us and also our fallen brothers and sisters, but we thank you for the service that you do for our country every day that reminds us why this nation is worth fighting for in the first place. Listen, I mean, it's imperative. It is absolutely as imperative that you accomplish your mission as servant leaders as it is that we accomplish ours as military personnel. Mentors, teachers, firefighters, police, big brothers and big sisters, parents, and everyone else who makes it a point to make sure that public service doesn't necessarily have to be an occupation, but the public service becomes a way of life. You understand certain fundamentals. You understand that if a city has a 60% dropout rate, that is as much a national security threat as Taliban or Haqqani insurgents. You understand that winning hearts and minds in cities like Baltimore, in cities like Brooklyn, cities like Chicago, and cities like Washington, D.C., is just as important in winning hearts and minds in cities like Al-Basra and Ghazni and Mosul. And most importantly, you understand that supporting our troops does not end simply when the deployments end. It's impossible to operate in any type of combat zone and come back the same person. The sights, the smells, the actions, and the emotions will stay with you for a lifetime. And that's fine. But what is truly important is that the outlet exists for our veterans to come home and to share their stories, and that friends and family and veterans and the supporters of veterans have an outlet to listen. And that's what the Telling Project is all about. And that's what this organization that we're about to present, that's fundamentally what they do. The Telling Project came out of two motives that truly embody civilian military spirit. Veterans wanting to speak about their experiences, and civilians wanting to understand and to listen. This initiative began in Eugene, Oregon in the summer of 2007. And I know Senator Merkley is here, and thank you so much for your support of them as well. But for over a year, this remarkable organization has toured the region and toured the country and allowed veterans the experience to become real, allowed the veteran experience to become real for those who without them would never be able to fully grasp the experiences that they went through. I'm honored to stand here today and to present to you the Telling Project.